Today on Let's Fish TV, guys, we have a very special episode for you. We're on El Cuchilla for the Pan Am. We're fishing with Matt Pangrac. This is day 2 action. All right, day 2 was maybe one of the most memorable days of bass fishing my entire life, and I can't wait for y'all to join in for the journey of this week's show. Let's Fish TV is on the air right now. Got him!
Look at that big fella right there.
Oh my goodness.
Woo! Look at that slab of rooski.
There we go. There's one. Oh, that's a good one there. All right, guys, day number 2 is getting ready to kick off here at the Pan Am at Lake Cuchilla.
El Cuchilla.
El Cuchilla, okay. We are sitting in 4th place overall. We had just under 31 pounds. Like when I say under, like 0.003. So
14 kilograms.
14.04 kilograms. You can do the math if you'd like to, but fantastic day. We've caught a bunch of bass, and hopefully today we can bring home the gold. You know, fishing was stressful yesterday, but today we're fishing a little bit clearer, so I really do believe that we're gonna be able to catch them better today. I think the fish are gonna bite better, and
we're in really good shape as a team too. All 5 of our teams had right around that 25-pound mark or above, and the goal coming down here was to get that gold medal for Team USA. So go out, handle business, put a couple big ones in the boat, and come back and get that gold medal.
We're gonna try to catch a bunch of big bass, and hopefully you'll get to see those. We'll also have this week's fishing report from your local region from our insider reporters. But guys, it's go time. We're about to get our number called, and we'll see y'all here in just a minute. I don't rig nothing before the end of it. Ayúdale para que meta la lancha rápido porque la lancha a mí. I got you. Spot walking. Look at this. I think it's only like a 6. When they all mush together like that, it's game over. Yeah. Take your time.
That's more than a 6.
Yeah, that's more than a 6. It'll kill out. There you go. You got him? Oh, I think I already started the live well. Sorry about that. Or not sorry.
It's a good start.
All right, guys, that was the start we were looking for. Matt just caught a big one. It's probably a heavy 6, maybe a 7. Team USA, guys, we're representing here. Let's Fish TV has never had an episode where we've been part of Team USA. Guys, this is spectacular fishing, and we are only getting started on day 2 of the Pan Am Challenge here in Mexico. So I'm gonna get back to it. Hopefully we'll catch another one. Good job, Matt. There we go, start we needed.
Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you once again by the good folks at Skeleton Optics. Very comfortable, very light, and with the code below, very affordable. Check out Skeleton, get yours, and see the difference. Now this week we're going to go back to Lake Fork. We're going to fish at night to avoid the summer heat. We're looking for either a full moon or green lights to help us catch those fish. We're going to fish with 4 baits: a black blue spinnerbait, a black blue buzzbait, a black shallow diving crankbait, and either a blue fleck or red shad 10-inch power worm on a Texas rig. We're going to work those from 10 feet and less around main lake points on the creek mouths and around the dam area, and of course boat docks. Now when we go to boat docks, we're looking for boat docks that have green lights. That'll help draw those bait fish, which in turn draw the bass. Best fishing on a full moon or around green light boat docks. Now over at Cedar Creek, high water is going to make it a little difficult in some places to get to the crappie. They're using those boat docks to hide from that summer heat right now, and you need to get that jig or those minnows as far under those docks as you can. Normally we'd be talking about shooting your bait back up under those docks, but with the high water conditions, it may be a little difficult on some docks. You'll have to look around and find the ones that you can get a bait under in order to catch more crappie. If you don't find those, you can fish the outside edges and the back and the front of the dock, pick around the edges of it with a minnow or your crappie jigs. That's this week's Lone Star Lakes. Check us out on Facebook, Lone Star Lakes.
Big?
He might help. He might help, I'm not kidding.
Okay.
Oh, look at it. Look how I had him. Look at that. That's literally how I had him. Yeah, he might. I mean, he's that one. I don't think he's beating that one. Big one? Yeah. I'm just trying to get my line out of your way. Good. Looks like more. Can you net or can you get it?
Yeah, go ahead and net it. I got it. Got it? Oh, no, that's a big one.
Alright. I got it. He's probably almost 5. What's that?
Yeah. Definitely a boxer.
Yeah, let me see. 4 for sure. You know, when Matt and I got there, we really broke it down quite differently. You know, we went offshore, we went and did our thing out there and fished isolated rock piles. We spent a lot of time using our Lowrance HCS 12s. You know, let me tell you guys, whenever you're out there scanning, one of the most important features is paying attention to your side scan. You know, we're setting our side scan out to about 100 feet and really looking for isolated rock and not looking for fish. You know, anytime we saw fish, obviously we'd stop, but most of the time, if we saw them, they were not the right size. So we were looking for very isolated spots. And honestly, we didn't make a lot of cast in practice. And I think that's maybe one of the most important aspects of what we did to break it down. But the weather there is hot, 103, 104 degrees. Tournament cooled off just a little bit. When I say that, still in the high 90s, but unbelievable place. But you know, the cool thing about that particular body of water is it had just risen over the last year to 2 years, and it came up like 20 feet. And I really think that big draw up is what really triggered the bites for us, because we're able to find stuff using Google Earth, using, you know, maps of later dates and actually doing our research on that.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Lose, Feel the Difference, Strike King, Taiwan On, Glacier Outdoor, Outdoors since 1982, Deep Dive, Decode Your Lake.
Upshaw just caught this 8-pounder, throwing a big minnow on isolated rock piles. Dude, that's like doubly good feeling for us.
Remember, my line's up there, straight out in front of me. Dude, those came out to Chad. That was Is that we're calling?
Big. Still. It's only a 3-pounder.
Is that we're calling? Yeah, I got him.
You got him. That's a 9.
Yeah.
You got him, Andrew.
Here he comes. Oh, please stop doing that. Yes. Finally contributed. Yes. That's a big one.
Hey, tell them what we're doing here, man. We're out here on El Cuchillo fishing the Pan Am Games for Team USA. We're leading after day 1, but we all needed to contribute on day 2. Upshaw just caught this 8-pounder, throwing a big minnow on isolated rock piles. Dude, that's like doubly good feeling for us and for USA, baby.
What's up, guys? Captain Taylor Burrell here with this week's fishing report. Man, down here on the Texas coast, like you know, we were flooded out for a long time, but you know, it's made the fishing pretty good. Speckled trout fishing's been really good. Wade fishing's still doing good, producing some big fish. Trout have moved further down the channel. They're at the jetties now, pretty good. Some slot redfish, puppy drum, big sheep's still being caught, and big sharks. Had about a 6-footer today. Moving off to our state water trips, we've ran a few. Weather's kind of been hit or miss. Ain't really been able to get out there too much, but still doing good on our state water snappers, some big sharks, big jack crevalles. Moving further offshore, our federal water trips are doing really well, catching lots of big snapper, a couple kingfish here and there, and a cobia, you know, the unicorn. Those are always fun. We had about a 60-pounder the other day. So a lot of still really good fishing going on right now. The party boat's doing really well. I think they were supposed to go out on a tuna trip today, but I think they had to cancel. It's supposed to be really rough tomorrow. But that's all I have for y'all this week, guys. If y'all want to come down here fishing, give us a holler.
Got him? Big one? He's acting like a big one.
Yeah.
Big one?
Yeah, that'll help.
All right.
Yeah.
Like that deep in that job.
So you think he'll help?
Yeah, I think he'll pull that 3.5. It's your new one on this side?
Yeah. This side.
That side?
Yeah. That's a big
Yeah,
call.
yeah. Alright. That's probably a 4 then that you got. Gotcha. Good spot. That's a really big one. It looked like a really big one.
You're gonna get a shot.
Alright.
Here he comes.
I'm ready. There's a leader. I need to see him. I don't see him. Oh, sorry. cool thing about the Pan Am is you get to weigh in early for big ones just to take care of them. We already weighed in our 2 biggest today. We're around 13.5 pounds. We have 3 fish now. We're gonna have to make a cull midday, 12 o'clock. We still got a couple hours left to go. Who knows what's gonna happen? Matt just caught another giant. I don't know, we might need to weigh them. Here, why don't you just put them in there and I'll get them. Guys, it's been a great day.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there. Power Pole, total boat control. Balls Out, made in the USA, heavy-duty mounts for your fish finders. Rely on what powers you.
I got it. Chase the fish now. There's a tree. It's over here, out here. You're fine. Good? Yeah, you're good right now. Keep that, keep that. Alright. Heart's still racing a million miles.
Still billion miles.
You're fine. Take your time.
That's a
Oh
deal.
my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
That calls a 4-pounder, baby.
Yeah! Look at that! Damn it! Oh my God! 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 Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Get it down the bottom.
You got it?
10-02, baby.
Yeah! 10-pounder!
Oh my God. You're kidding me. Oh my God. No, that's bigger than 6, buddy.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's a 7 or an 8. That's an 8-pounder.
That's an 8-pounder. Go weigh it real quick. Well, guys, I'm not going to say that's probably the last bass we're going to catch today, but it's probably going to be the last bass we're going to catch today. We might try to call out a 6-pounder. But here we are. Great day. Can't complain one bit. Both of us saw that fish lift out, and we knew it was game over at that point.
7.5.
Wow.
Wild 45 minutes. I had one that was the biggest one of the day, and it followed my stuff, didn't bite it, and then I spun it around, and I told Andrew, I said, there it is, and it just opened its mouth, and it was a friggin' 10-4. And then we were like, dude, we need one more, and I cast up next to a rock, 7.5, ate it. We got another 7. We already weighed in a 7 and a 6.5. Wild day.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Lowrance, the ultimate fishing system. Alabama beaches. You'll get it when you get here. Fish tips. Connect with the experts to find fish fast. Here's today's Right Stuff, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
This week on El Cuchilla, we used a couple different baits to catch our fish. You know, one of the most important search baits and the baits that really help find those fish was that 3/4 ounce Strike King structure jig. You can tell how beat up that structure jig was. Green pumpkin crawl was the color with a green pumpkin menace. You know, we were stroking that jig up off the bottom and it really triggered a lot of bites, but you guys know it. There was a bait, brand new bait from Strike King. I only had a couple of them, and it ended up being the #1 bait for us this week, and that is the new 7-inch. And I actually had to get permission from Strike King to talk about this, but this is the new 7-inch Z2. You know, when it comes to catching big bass, I've always been the big proponent of you throw big baits to try to catch big fish. Whether it be a big worm, big jig, big crankbait, you kind of get the point. But that big minnow really played a key role for us. You know, color really didn't seem to matter. I only had a couple of them, and the thing was, it was so important to fish it on the right gear. I was actually throwing it on a 7.4. This is the Signature Series. There's a Mark Zoner rod. It's a medium. I really like that little bit bigger rod for that larger size soft plastic jerkbait because it really seems to hook up on them better, and I can move the bait more, because the larger the bait you have, the harder it is to move through the water column when you go to set the hook or even making casts and things like that. 10-pound, this is P-line braid to a 12-pound P-line tactical fluorocarbon leader. Guys, overall, what an unbelievable experience on El Cuchilla, fishing the Pan Am, winning a gold medal. I can't even begin to tell you how excited both Matt and I were to win the gold. I mean, there was no money involved, but I'm gonna tell you one thing, guys. When we stood up on that podium and took our gold medals, we got one for the nation and one for individual performance and getting that trophy. Man, nothing beats it. And to cap it off, like the true icing on the cake, was watching Matt catch that 10-pounder. I mean, that is a catch that will be ingrained in my brain for the rest of my life, and it couldn't happen to a better guy and a better friend. So guys, I hope you learned how to find and catch them on El Cuchilla. Maybe you get a chance to go down there and fish, and hopefully I'll get a chance to. But until next time, I'll see you on the water.